Hello, we are live.
Going live at
Hey,
9:03
just got a
p.m.
notification. Geek guy was
We're
live.
not live at 9:03. Lies and slander. It's 12:02. Don't you lie to me.
The last time we were actually on time was, wow.
Last week, wasn't it?
195 episodes ago. Anyway.
I don't even think we were on time then.
Definitely not on time,
Pretty sure somebody was late around that point in time.
Well.
All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. No, I'm not ready yet. Hang on. I need things to do. I still have stuff to do. Come on, Dale.
How's that for a cold open?
Get it together, Dale. Audacity. Come on. You've done this 100 times. Come on.
Yeah, it helps.
Big money.
Speaking of done it 100 times, it would help if I actually opened up XSplit so I didn't look like a retweet.
All right, now I'm ready. Let's go. Now I'm my shit together.
All right. So we good?
Yes.
We're the best.
All right. Let me make sure I have the chats open. That might help.
Yeah, maybe.
Optional. You assume somebody's watching you, CJ.
I mean,
nobody's watching me, but
Oh.
I don't know. We've been actually
paying attention to the show notes because it's no longer last in the intro, so I have to actually pay attention this time.
Yeah, we totally pay attention to that. All right. So, all right. So let's do this thing in 3, 2.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io.
Mobile audio stream enabled at tunein.alphageekradio.com. Chat room enabled at geek-io.net/live. Geek.io initialized.
We're geeking out across the globe, so tuck in and hold on to your butts. It's time for the Geek.io show.
Geek.io, put geek in and geek out.
Hello! Welcome, friends, to the Geek.io show. This is episode number 190 something. 94.
God, you're bad at this. It's in your freaking notes, slacker.
nailed it.
Episode title, God, we're bad at this.
Recorded May the 4th. I'm not doing it because it's dumb. 2017. I'm, of course, your host, CJ Boat.
And I'm Jared. Hey, CJ did that thing with /live that he said he was gonna do as Vito.
I'm Raul. Yeah, I just found that out too.
and I'm Dale playing with knobs during the introduction because I'm all over the place today, Campbell.
I'm Rachel. I'm not surprised at any of those shenanigans.
I am Carrie Wilcox.
I'm Josh. I'm not sure why they invited me back.
Hey, Josh is
Someone's not paying attention.
You're only here because you're in the same room as Carrie.
joining us this week.
I know.
Warrior. All right. 3, 2, take 2. Joining us this week, warrior, gentleman, scholar, hacker of systems, modern rogue, real-life mage, the man who has multi-classed too many times and somehow turned out to be the ultimate human being, Brian Brushwood.
Oh man, you guys, you're putting too much pressure. I'm gonna collapse under pressure. Just gonna turn into dust.
Oh, please don't.
Which will magically, when the dust settles, your card will be in the middle.
The last part of my will.
The real question is, what would happen if we did a line?
And of course, that card will have already been rubbed on Brian's crotch about 20 times while he's on the treadmill. So, you know.
Roger that.
Gotta keep him somewhere.
God, I can't take you boys anywhere. Okay, the hair's coming down. It's on.
Thank you so much for coming on to our shit show shenanigans. I appreciate it.
Dude, absolutely. No, thank you for your persistence. I know that I'm a bit difficult to pin down, but as it lucked out, normally Thursday nights we're either shooting Modern Rogue or Scam School, but in this case we had a brief respite and we were able to do this.
Boom!
Yay.
Woohoo!
That is awesome. Awesome.
Huzzah.
Oh man.
Glad to be.
Yeah, we normally I was thinking about doing some weird kind of like trying to find some way to cross this stupid Star Wars holiday into this as well, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, no, I'm done.
Well, I am wearing a Star Wars shirt actually.
Okay.
I'm wearing this.
There we go.
So, can we go?
Oh, Dale!
So I was a bit worried of standing up too far because I'm not wearing any pants, so I was worried about standing up too much. So.
So
Wait.
is May the 4th just because it's like May the Force?
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no
there's
like.
No, the
What
movie.
is the internet origins of May the 4th be with you?
Yeah, as far as I know, there's no historical or movie production moment or anything referenced. It's not like he said, I need those plans back by May the 4th.
Okay, if only we had this
What does it mean?
that we could look this up on. To see
With
if there's
with
anything-
you're making dad jokes in Rogue One, just wait until Han Solo. I'm sure we'll get it there. Don't worry.
Man,
Now we can
look,
take a stab at it anyways.
you guys may have heard me kind of nibble at heresy on the edges, but it's like, dude, we got what eight Star Wars movies so far, and of them, 5 of them are obsessed with the first. With the first 3. Wait, is that right? That don't
Yes.
seem right. That's not right. Let's not do that. Knock it off. Knock it off. I say.
Yeah, I'm kind
Okay,
of hoping
so
to get away with that. Get away from that on 8.
I want to
History
see.
lesson.
You know what? I want to see a black and white film noir, like some alien sitting alone in a hard-boiled sector that we've never heard of before, and in walks a sexy pudding, who by which I mean actual like black pudding, gelatinous alien woman.
Actual pudding.
They
Yes,
stole my
yes.
credits, boss. And only you can get some back. And he's like, hey, the Force doesn't work out here, right? And you're like, oh, golly, if anyone could do it, you can with the blaster, sir. And then I don't know, hijinks ensue. I want literally anything that doesn't involve Chewbacca.
And then it pans left, and there's
You have
Oh, that's
you kind of have that in book form. It's called Coruscant Nights.
Yeah, but not canon.
Well, and I think that's what it is I'm so deeply in love with this expanded universe. I was one of those people who got super upset when they wiped clean the slate and said all of a sudden all of expanded universe didn't matter. But I loved Star Wars Scoundrels, which was basically Ocean's 11, only a heist run by Lando and Han Solo. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what we'll get in the Han Solo movie.
I'm good at taking characters that we know, just put it in a place that we've never been. Just like not do shot for shot the same thing. And I liked episode 7. I did.
CJ. We've never
What?
been to Jakku before. I mean, just because it looks exactly like Tatooine, I think it's the same place.
Tatooine.
We've never
Jakku
seen a
is a
super
totally
weapon
different
of
planet.
that size.
Ever?
It
What
was,
are we
it was so much bigger than the Death Star. Come on.
And our shields certainly cannot repel weapons of that magnitude.
See, this is what you get, Brian, for coming on. You turned us all against Star Wars.
Oh,
I mean, let's face it. The very first Star Wars movie was essentially the telling of 9/11 from the bad guy's perspective, right?
oh.
Ouch.
Oh my
my
God, you're right. Dude,
A bunch of religious zealots sacrifice everything in order to take their one shot to make a statement against civilization. Congratulations, Turks.
Mark that off on the chart.
You broke
9/11
CJ.
reference.
9/11
You
reference.
broke CJ.
no.
It's broken.
Everything I love is a lie.
No, don't put that in the show title.
No,
I'm not reading that.
you don't read him on this show. Dale does.
No.
He's the one that has
Fair
to
enough.
work his way through customs in a few months. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
None of this will reflect badly on him in the least.
Absolutely not. I totally haven't had to censor a podcast before because of that. Never. Never have I ever had to do that, ever. Very crude game of some sorts. But anyway, moving on.
Oh man. So Brian, what have you been up to lately? I usually play bumpers, but my iPad's not working like it should be. So everything crashed when I played the game.
No, that's fine. In my contract, I said no bumpers, or I'm not coming on. So that works out well. Dude, it's
we can do the bumpers.
We
went to manually do the bumpers.
We went to Canada to speak at a. I say we. I guess it was me, and they were kind enough to allow Bonnie to go with. But I went to Canada to give to perform some magic, and then do. It ended up they sort of sneak attacked me, saying like, "Hey, by the way, would you mind doing a just a little closing keynote for the convention?" And I was like, one of those in.
Sure, why not, right?
But it was great. It was a really good time. Very exciting time. And then, as a matter of fact, we're shooting some stuff for a site. As a matter of fact, Jason and I are shooting a segment with the Science Channel tomorrow. And then after that, I'm going to rush out to LA to be on a live stream with Greg Grunberg is doing a charity fundraiser, 24-hour live stream. Greg had been on, you probably know him from Heroes or from Lost or from Alias. But he's, I'm guessing this is for Talk About It, his organization. It might be for another one though, because he's always doing charity, that guy.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
Nice.
There's a name you just dropped over there. You might want to pick it up before you leave the room.
Yeah, you might want to pick that up off the floor.
Bonnie Brushwood, is that the one? My wife?
That's the one.
Well,
see, he knows the important one.
Yes. Oh man. So what else you been up to? You watch anything interesting? Do anything fun other than
dude, this is an exciting time just for television in general. Like on the one hand, especially for cord killers, there's a bunch of like must watch shows between American Gods and Better Call Saul and The Expanse wrapping up. And of course, on for our projects, we're still watching Justified and all that. But it's a good time for TV. What are you guys watching?
Well, not spoilering time anymore because you and I have to have a talk about you being overtly racist because that's the only reason you couldn't like Luke Cage.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Shots fired. They weren't at the black guy.
For what it's worth,
What black guy?
For what it's worth, I actually loved everything I saw of Luke Cage, but I'm very easy to talk off of excitement. Like basically everyone said that it ended poorly, so I just stopped watching halfway through. But everything else, I loved it. I thought the guy playing Cottonmouth was a really good actor. I thought Luke Cage was fantastic. I'm a huge fan of any time a Marvel franchisee keeps shouting the N-word over and over and over again. It was great.
Yeah, that was great.
So wait, so I'm an EBD teacher, and I heard that word at least 64 times today. You'd be in my classroom.
Today.
And the sad part is that the kid that was yelling that was wearing a Marvel t-shirt today. So that makes me happy.
Maybe he was actually Luke Cage.
Baby Luke Cage.
Honestly, he is the right demographic, so it wouldn't surprise me if he grew up into that. Although it would frighten me if he did, because he's got some serious anger issues.
Aww.
At least Luke Cage ended up, hot with some anger issues. This kid, I don't think is going to have that luck.
He won't have the anger issues. He'll just be attractive and well-adjusted.
Me personally, I've been watching Samurai Jack. I caught up.
Oh my god!
And I've watched every episode twice now.
Wait, the old ones or in anticipation of the new ones?
I've watched sporadically some of the old ones, but I'm watched all of the new ones that have been the new season that's come out.
That's right. I forgot the new ones. They got bumped by the April Fool's prank. How good is the new season?
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Do not use the play. Adult Swim is where it needed to be because now, like before, all you could do is like kind of kill robots because, hey, it's robots and that's not real people. Now, no, they straight up like behead people.
I object to that statement.
Oh, wow. Serious.
And I don't remember the voice actor, but there's a robot troubadour named Scaramouche who looks at a dude and goes, "Hey,
Does he
dude."
do the Fandango?
He does. He looks at a guy as he's trying to call Aku. He looks at a guy and goes, "Hey, dude." Dude looks at him and goes, "What?" He goes, "You look like a walking penis." Wow.
Wow, this is Samurai Jack?
Yes.
You didn't mention this when you were discussing on Spoiler Show. Come on.
Parts out.
So yeah, it is so much better. The fighting is just wow.
Yeah, it's so good. It's exactly where it needed to be.
Yeah, because the people who grew up with Samurai Jack are already in their late 20s.
Or early 30s.
Or hi, nice to meet you. Remember me? My generation.
You can't say you're in your
What are
late
you talking about? You're 29.
What's that, CJ?
Yes, I'm soon to be for the 5th anniversary of that.
Muted. Oh wait, Dale's in charge of this stream. I said you can't say that you're in your late 20s anymore, Raul.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't.
Old man.
How much did you have to
Hey,
drink?
Raul, you're officially older than me. You're shit out of luck.
And yeah, all of us look, except for Dale, all of us look younger or older than Brian. So there's that.
Oh, thank you.
Pandering
I
to the
bet.
guest.
Excuse me.
Oh no, no.
How do you think we got him on here?
Hey Brian, here's part 2. Get in trouble with the wife.
Yeah. You're getting no help from me, man. I'm backing away slowly.
Yeah, I'm just. Tell me which button to push, and then I'm just argument.
I
Button
eat enough
all the buttons, especially if it outbuttons CJ at this point, because he's gonna have things thrown at him.
Also, late 20s. Y'all speak for yourself. Jesus.
Okay, we know you're only 13, Dale, but stop rubbing it in.
And here we
That
come.
explains the
Fine,
voice.
Also, what's your favorite deck in with Ungoro being released, Brian? And why is it not Secret Mage?
Do you know what? It's actually so I'm gonna confess something. I actually derive very little pleasure from building a deck from scratch. Mainly because I just feel a bunch of anxiety, and once I start playing, I don't know if I'm just not building the right kind of deck or what. So I'll either grab one with a track record that's established online, and then I might tweak, like let's say I'm getting hammered by one particular thing, I'll put some preventative cards in there. But my secret weapon is Peter Severance, is a player who is on my friends list and pops in and watches me play from time to time. So at some point I started just asking him, like, hey man, what are you playing? Just tell me what to get and I'll get it. And he hooked me up with a paladin deck, and it's one of those blended paladin decks. It doesn't have a quest to it. It's one of those that does the dragon, what's that one card? It's the mech that when you draw it, it says, draw a dragon, a murloc, and a other thing or whatever. What's that?
The Curator.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Yeah. So I'm playing that, really enjoying it. It seems to be going pretty well. In the last 2 days, I went from like rank 19 down to I'm 2 stars away down to rank 13.
Nice.
But it's good. It's good. I gotta say it's a pretty wonderfully. Somebody in the Hearthstone Reddit pointed out that the biggest indication that they're doing stuff right is nobody's howling about what class is overpowered right now, which means which they're all pretty well balanced.
I'm sure somebody out there is screaming because it's the internet. There's always somebody screaming about something.
Yeah, but they're all being downvoted because they're wrong. Because right now they got it right.
I mean, there's also a bunch of people bitching about Pirate Warrior because Pirate Warrior is still strong, but just because it's aggro but yeah.
Well, and that's the other nice thing about this deck is it's got that that 2-drop card that and forgive me, I never learned any of the names of any of them. I recognize them on sight, but it's a 2-drop card that the moment you drop it, it kills a pirate and then gives you +1/+1 on that guy. So as a result, it's like, yeah. So in the mulligan phase, if you're up against a warrior, you know there's a good chance that they're going to drop an aggro pirate thing, and so you just go ahead and try to draw to having one of those.
Yeah, I'm playing Taunt Warrior right now with the quest, and I get people to tech into that crab all the time. Like I'll see them always mulligan away, and then suddenly on drop 2, the crab comes out, and then I drop 2/6 that can't be stopped by that stupid crab.
Well, so how do you have the patience? Like, is there? I guess aggro warrior moves fast, but like every other warrior, it's just like strap in for the long haul. You're gonna be here for 3 hours.
Mine is usually the fact that once we get to like turn 7 and I get my quest done, because I can curve out pretty easily in that they end up conceding because they know that I'm just gonna be blasting them in the face for 8 every turn because Ragnaros still lives.
Right. This is how. Look, we just out nerded the Geek.io podcast.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's okay.
I do, but I
appreciate your
haven't played
enthusiasm.
in so long.
You know what?
The only deck I've built is a magic deck.
It made me sad that we even bothered to use the real turns. We should have been like, I play a Flopnar.
I'm going to play a Flopnar. I want to know what that is.
Yeah, it sounds like a Rick and Morty villain, right?
It really does.
Right? Jesus.
Oh, speaking of Rick and Morty, did you get a chance to watch of course you did, but the April Fool's episode?
Great. I watched it because like the brilliant thing about it was by having it stream and not on demand, it made it to where you were incentivized to just watch it over and over and over again. And every time I watched it, there were more and more specific details that I picked up. Like every time Rick transfers his mind to another body, that other body instantly has the little spittle underneath his lower lip so that you could tell it's him. I mean, so many little details they got right.
Yeah, I have my guilty confession is the fact that I watched a couple episodes of Rick and Morty and kind of hated it, and then I watched the April Fool's one a couple of times. I'm like, Jesus Christ, why do I have to get enthralled with this fucking show now?
Dude, can I tell you, when I first saw it, I was super turned off by the belching and the over-the-top sloppiness and the esoteric manner of speaking with the stumbling and the fumbling and that stuff. But I described it to someone like it's like beating your head in a car door. But like after a while, it starts to feel good, like real good.
The best Rick and Morty related thing I've seen though is that courtroom transcript.
Oh yeah, and it just got better and better too, right? Because it started off with just the sketch, and then somebody fully animated it and started adding the stuff before and after. That was amazing.
Oh man, so. I'm trying to remember. I'm blanking on all the other things I was supposed to ask you about, but yeah. So, pardon us while we go on a quick circle jerk about Mario Kart 8, you guys.
Circle jerk time. Circle jerking. I'm going to step out.
Were you able to get a Switch, Ryan?
Yeah,
I have not. I've seen the Switch, but I've only seen it with the Zelda game. But you know, the biggest thing that makes the Switch appealing is the one that's least compatible with my lifestyle. Because when I'm out, I'm usually out doing scam school or performing or on camera or whatever. And when I'm home, I'm surrounded by the kids. And then like those few moments I can game are when it's like I want to lock the door and tell nobody to come near me. And of course, the Switch is built to be so social. And of course, you have to have friends, and all my friends are on the internet. If we're doing that, we might as well, play Left 4 Dead or something.
Bill's here.
Oh.
And I haven't played Left 4 Dead in a while.
Right?
But is it good? I hear people go nuts for it.
Oh, I love my Switch, and like it was just pretty much Zelda, and then Mario Kart came out, and I got Shovel Knight because I never played Shovel Knight before, and I got Shovel Knight on it. It's brilliant on there, but then Mario Kart came out, and
quick question. So Mario Kart is built for you to play like multiplayer with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
How come like if there are 4 of you, all 4 of you are on independent consoles looking at a split screen with 4 different players?
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, they have the local one because the day after it came out, I actually had Josh and Carrie and another co-host of mine for another show over here, and we did some couch co-op of it. And it was just all of us on the one system, just up on the big TV. I haven't played it where people are on separate systems yet, so I don't know like the latency issues or anything like that. So you got four local co-op.
Right, but when you do that, according to the one graphic I saw on Reddit grousing about it, each of the 4 independent players sits in their seat away from each other, looking at a screen that is divided into 4 screens, showing all 4 players' perspective.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can have it set up. You did you play back in like Xbox One days with Halo, or not Xbox One, OG Xbox with Halo? Yeah, you can't play like that where you have 4 people on each console, but you can play with just 4 people on one console and just everybody sitting in front of one TV on one Switch with the straight up like crossbar 4 screens.
Old school.
Yeah, like normal co-op.
Yeah, like GoldenEye co-op.
So
Right.
Mario Kart 8 is literally bringing screen cheating back into the mainstream. Is that
Yes, it is. It's fantastic.
Well, which was that was the only justification I could think of, is that maybe that was part of the experience, is being able to peek on other players and see how close they were to coming up, and whether they're about to be a failure or something.
There was one that I caught. My kids are playing it too, because I never realized how real, like, hearing you talk about your kids growing up was, Brian, until mine started growing up. So I was watching my son play against. He was playing with the 3 grown-ups, and I'm seeing him like peek over on the other people's screen. I'm like, oh my god, my son's screen's cheating.
And it's epic. Not only was he screen cheating, but he'd be like, "You're gonna run into my shit. Watch this." And I was like, "Aaron, your language." He's like, "But he's going to." And you see somebody go across the screen. I was like, "You just fucking dropped a banana on your head." My 6-year-old just screwed you out of first place.
Banana, son.
My son's absolutely going to be one of those Xbox elites when he turns 13. I can just see it now.
Oh, no, because there will be no Xbox in this house, because I will beat the living shit out of him if he turns into one of those punky-ass little kids that wants to mouth off like he owns the world. Because guess what? Mom. There's one person that owns this house. And it might not be me. But that's okay, because he's going to think it is.
It's also the lounge room that owns the house. But anyway, moving on. And
what you do is, if he starts doing that, you just come over his mic and talk to all of the people in his lobby.
You know what I'm going to do when he starts doing shit like that? "Oh, Snooky Bear, come here." And make sure that mic is on, and I'm just going to be like, I'll totally go like into my mother's grandma mode, where she's trying to embarrass my kids. And it doesn't work because you expect it from grandma, but when
like,
mom does it,
way off mic, you're just like, "You got to take your fungus pills. It's time for your fungus pills. Get off the box.
Get off the box.
Why are you playing video games in the shitter again?
Honey, did you remember to wipe?
You got to take your fungus meds.
Take your fungus."
Oh no, my friends at Starbucks always tease me because I'm always making fun of my kids.
Oh, I thought it was because you're always taking your fungus meds.
Oh yeah, that too.
No, my son. My son's a ladies' man, and as can be seen when he comes to Dragon Con this year, because I can't wait for that one. But he has a very big crush on a very attractive barista. And the other day, like, she's turning around, he's trying to legitimately, he's like trying to order a water or something like that because the barista's.
But he's standing there and he's going, "Oh," and she's bent over getting a bottle of whipped cream out of the freaking canister, out of the fridge down the.
Bent over frontwards or away from, towards or away from.
Oh, she had her back to him, so all he had was Rump in front of him, and he's like,
I like it, and I cannot lie.
Now, to be fair, our other barista friend goes, "Well, it's just out there. It's not like you can miss it. At least it's a good-looking one." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Fungus, Rump, whipped cream. There's a joke here somewhere, but I can't find it.
I don't think I think I need an adultier adult, because I can't deal with that right now.
You and I both. I go Fungus.
Dale, we need to go clean the table. Let's go. I can't deal with this anymore.
Right, we're cleaning the table. All right, let's go to the
Saturday morning table cleaning.
It's table cleaning time.
a slightly smaller circle jerk. Do you watch Doctor Who anymore, Brian?
No, not so much.
right.
Not so. You know what? By the way, I will say whatever itch Doctor Who scratch was just completely satisfied by Rick and Morty. Like when I want a sociopath traveling with an adorable companion, I'll go to Rick and Morty from now on.
Yeah, but that adorable companion doesn't have great boots.
Hey, give Summer some time, all right?
I mean, there's got to be fan art.
Oh, there is fan art. There's definitely fan art of female Morty. I've seen it. Rule 35 and 34 are both full in effect with Rick and Morty, and it's disturbing as all fuck.
So how good
Like
is
most things
Doctor
on the
Who these
internet.
days?
Doctor Who is, after having a pretty last year, like we only just watched the new the season premiere of this one. So he has a new companion, a nice lesbian lady named Bill. So no weird ass awkward relationship between the Doctor and the companion, which is nice. Considering Peter Capaldi's like 7
I
years
think
old.
Peter Capaldi doing like the creepy old dude eyeballing them might actually be kind of comical to me at this point in time.
Yeah, we don't need lesbian lover Capaldi. We don't need that at all.
How was it?
I'd be okay with it.
Was it heavy-handed when they're all like, also I'm a lesbian, or like how did they introduce that vector in there?
It was more so how there was kind of just they kind of heavy-handed a little bit and then just let it drift away. The entire first episode is about her falling in love with a girl who gets kidnapped and gets taken away. But I mean, that could be said with how Amy and Rory were when Matt Smith was there, and Rose was with 10. So I mean, it was
the most blatant thing that they did is her caretaker or whoever she's living with goes, "You need to keep your eye off of the boys," and she goes, "I don't have an eye on the boys." I'm like, thank you for pointing that out.
As long as they didn't go all after school special with it, No.
It was
tastefully done.
Girl falls in love. It didn't matter if it was with a boy or a girl. It was girl falls in love, and hopefully they don't continue to beat on that well, or else, yeah, I'm going to say it's absolutely heavy-handed hand waving. Hey, look at us. We have a lesbian. You guys, aren't we progressive as British people?
We have lesbians. Aren't we great?
Yay!
So
Yay.
who's ready to see the 10th Doctor as Scrooge McDuck?
Oh my God!
Wait, what do you mean? Is this a thing?
David Tennant is Scrooge McDuck in the reboot, yeah, and the DuckTales reboot that they're doing.
I can't wait.
And it's him in his actual Scottish voice, not him in his Purple Man / Doctor Who voice.
Jessica.
Who else here has watched Bill Nye Saves the World?
I have only seen a little bit. What do you guys think?
It is really fucking.
I'm kind of liking it, and my kids are kind of liking it, which makes me even happier because I grew up watching Bill Nye.
Bill.
Flat out called out in the first episode, being like, "Yeah, this is not the show that you guys grew up with for kids. This is the show that the kids grew up with, and now I'm doing this." So, yeah. And it's a lot of dealing with social issues because I mean that's what he's gotten famous for in the last few years. He's doing it's him going to a skeptic stuff now. So I mean, right up your alley. But calling out, the anti-vax and the
climate change deniers.
Yeah, climate change deniers.
And he goes after both sides.
Oh yeah, man. He is absolutely just firing at everybody who he thinks is stupid, and he'll just flat out call them stupid. He called climate change deniers and anti-vaxxers stupid in 2 episodes. I'm like, yep, there you go.
Well,
he actually sent one of his correspondents to a screaming healer.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the auditory healing. I don't know if you're
auditory or sound therapy. That's what it was. Yeah. Sound therapy. And he's screaming at her stomach, and then it's like awkwardly reaching up and turning his head magically. He's yelling at her boobs. And she's sitting there going, I had to think about puppies and cars and puppies possibly being hit by cars to not laugh at him. It was horrible. I didn't think about the
that's
cars hitting the
amazing.
puppies, but it was horrible. I'm like, I just lost it. I'm sorry. If you're screaming violently and aggressively at my boobs, I'm going to laugh at you.
Oh, well.
I don't care how
Yeah,
much.
boobs.
I'm
What did the boobs
misled
ever do to
here.
you?
I thought we were video therapy for people's boobs. Was I misled? Am I on the wrong show? What?
But yeah, it's fantastic. It's not it's not the standard just do the science and then kind of explain it. He does that a little bit, but it's then immediately pushed into what he's talking about in the actual topic of the show, like the homeopathy things with like the weird ass hippie juice that's supposed to cure antacid, and it's vinegar, which is an acid.
An acid.
And
Which may or may not be from a store that is whole and may or may not carry foods.
yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. We've only watched 3 episodes of it now, but yeah, I'm loving
No,
it.
I didn't get through the robots one. I kind of fell asleep after I begged you to put it on last night.
Wait, what? Robots?
No, to be fair, no, it's robots. I did get through some of it, but CJ was recording another show last night or the night before, I forget.
Not before.
Whenever the hell you record these things.
I curled up in bed and was watching it, and the next thing I know, it was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh! Oops.
Holy crap.
Oopsie. Uh-oh.
You just look up, are you still watching?
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a I'll talk more Digimon on the video game show because I've only played it for like a couple of minutes and I've already had to make my Digimon go poop, make sure they didn't poop outside of the.
Hey, I found the toilet bowl that was outside the middle of nowhere. Yay!
Rachel found the random toilet that was just there, so my Digimon didn't poop themselves.
And then CJ made he put them to sleep, and they said they didn't want to wake up, so they went back to sleep. And he's like,
back to sleep, you fucking teenagers.
Actually, CJ, I think, has that. Josh, what is that?
So your Digimon poop now? What?
My little Gabumon?
Yeah, I have a black Gabumon. He's better because he's faster.
Wait, so you're saying the black one runs faster?
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
You guys do realize that this sounds like you're taking my own bit and using it against me with made up words and everything. You're flopping our.
Well, you know the Tamagotchis from way back in the 1990s.
Oh, sure.
It became branched off into Pokemon, and Pokemon it had this bastard child that kind of reinvented the Tamagotchis called Digimon, digital monsters. Yep. And yeah, they're still
Digimon
around,
the
and they just came out with a video game back in February, and it's on sale. So I picked it up because hey, I have a video game show, and I should talk about things other than just Persona 5 and Mario Kart. And and I started playing it, and it's like straight up Tamagotchi. Like you have to feed them and poop them, and and do it.
You don't poop them; they have to poop on their own. You
don't poop them; they poop you.
Oh,
is that right?
Hey,
but if you don't poop them, they poop you by becoming poop.
Yeah, if you let them just poop anywhere, they become poop monsters, and I'm not joking. That's a thing.
We have a poop segment, so check that off the list.
Yeah, right. Got poop segment.
Yeah,
So wait, what does that
Digivolution
do
is
with?
weird like that.
Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Digimon World New Order, which kind of sounds like a weird Nazi Germany thing, but I'm not.
Yeah, dude. That's Alex Jones' favorite Digimon.
Digimon New World Order?
Yeah,
Digimon Castle.
1776 will digitize again.
I don't know what's happening.
Dale doesn't listen to Alex Jones apparently.
I don't either, but I know
who
he is.
Man. What a shock the Australian man doesn't know who Alex Jones is. Yeah, so
sounds so funny.
that that's all I got, and I kind of rolled Rachel into that as well because we do the same thing. So
Don't say you
Nice.
guys live together or something.
aside that she teaches and I poke at computers and talk for a living, so there's that.
Poke at computers.
Who else wants to talk about what they've been doing so I can rest my throat and drink some more?
I'll
I mean,
go ahead. Oh,
I want to throw that out there. So, Ral, you can go next.
okay. I'm going to be real quick. Mario Kart Online, you can jump right into a game. A friend, they just have their room set up and they're in the lobby. You jump in and you're playing with them.
So no
I've been
friend codes,
working.
or
No,
there's still
well,
friend codes.
they need to be your friend. They still need to be your friend. But if they're playing online and they have a room, you can just join them. No having to send invites, no nothing like that.
But there's still friend codes.
Yes, there are still friend codes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Because Nintendo just can't seem to get that right.
No matter how much we complain about the friend codes, they just keep telling us we're wrong.
Basically,
They're right.
There's
The
something in
customer
their
is-
back end that they need friend codes.
Probably.
Probably.
They don't want to rewrite the database.
They don't want to have a name checker to make sure it's not.
penis poop butt 69 is not.
What?
We're family friendly,
Um,
guys. Come on.
Or Fungus Rump. You need
Yeah.
to check it.
Or
Um,
Fungus 420.
Past couple of days.
To be
I've
fair,
been- what's up?
Go
I
on.
was gonna say, to be fair, their name checkers aren't that great anyways, considering I have an Oricorio in Pokemon Sun and Moon whose name is Fuckbeak because they pissed me off.
I couldn't name my the grass and fairy one Fluffer because it's a thing in porn, and Nintendo apparently knows about things in porn.
To be fair, they're based out of Japan. They know a lot more about porn than you would think.
I forgot completely. Like I was just naming. I'm like, oh, look at the cute little Fluffer nutter. I'm gonna name it Fluffer, and like, why won't it let me name it Fluffer? Oh shit, that's a freaking porn.
Because, man,
Um,
you have to Google
anyways,
it. Don't.
Yeah, don't Google it.
Google it.
I've been working on my streaming rig. I started playing around with Nginx and what is it? And Linux. So I threw Linux on a laptop I have, and it works, but the bit rate's too high.
Wait,
Oh no.
Yeah,
too high?
yeah, it's
Oh, that's-
too high because Twitch. Because if you stream to Twitch with too high of a bit rate, they will get on your case.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
So
That's
so
a
yeah,
thing.
I had
That
to
makes
go
sense, I
into
guess.
terminal. I've got to edit the config file for Nginx and all that. So
Oh,
yeah,
look at
so-
you doing Linux things. It's adorable. What flavor of Linux did you get?
Oh, what?
just the Ubuntu 17, the latest one.
Ubuntu. Okay. It's a good place to start.
That's Linux. That's a good place. It's a good place for a beginner.
Well, no, I was in complete command line the entire time because I have to do the wget, open it up, unzip it, build it, install it, all that fun stuff.
Ryan, we didn't out-nerd the Geek.io show.
You got
Yeah, dude, I
guns
got a confession. I've never, I've maybe in my entire life spent 2 hours ever screwing around on anything Linux based, or as far as I know, maybe Linux on the back end, but otherwise it was always prettied up.
Yeah, so if you've ever been on a Mac, you've been on Linux, just gussied up and expensive.
Yeah, well, allow me to stand behind my 2 hour mark. Well, I don't know. I guess iOS is iOS Linux based.
I don't believe so. I think it's just the Mac OS that is Unix Linux based.
Yeah. Hmm.
Android's Linux based.
Yeah, Android's Linux based completely.
And internal though. Amazon Fire
And
stuff.
did anyone else get hit by the phishing scam through Gmail?
Which one was one?
I actually have
because
not.
I actually look at my emails and don't open random shit.
Yeah. Well, it all started with another tech that I work with. He saw an email from a teacher saying, "Here's a document and it needs permission to your contacts and to your
Oh.
email. And yeah, and it just completely went through all the contacts and just started sending emails to everyone. I think I got about, I want to say about 10 emails
Oof.
from different people. And then we were able to get it under control. But Google came out and they said that 0.1% of all email accounts were infected.
That's a lot of email accounts considering how big Gmail is.
Email has what, a few billion accounts. Yeah, that's a lot of people.
It was kind of funny though, because I had a legit file shared to me by a friend within seconds of me finding out about the phishing scam. So it was one of those like, so and so has sent you a document.
Clench.
Yeah. So we had people calling, we had secretaries calling, we had financial people calling us. Who else was calling us? The only thing is that we could see who opened it because it would say so and so sent you shared a file with you. So we know everyone that opened it.
Oh yeah.
But they were able to find a script and they were able to scrub out our email servers. So
hooray!
But yeah,
This is why we're
holding.
teachers and not tech people.
Please, Rachel, don't get me started on teachers and tech.
Oh.
Tell me more, Raul, about how hellacious your trip to Dragon Con is going to be this year.
Okay, I'll tell you this. There are some teachers that get it.
Thank you.
Yes. Some teachers understand it and they know how to plug in a mouse. They know how to work with an extended monitor onto a projector.
Thank you.
All I'm saying is I had to take one of those basic computer literacy classes in the university for my 2-year degree, and I had to help the teacher find the start menu.
Yeah, me too.
I think Brian might be having flashbacks from his days before he became a magician.
This is entirely all too familiar, if you ask me, sirs.
Have you tried shutting it on and off again? Is it plugged in? Is the power running to it? Is the cord in the back of it? Mrs. Boat, my computer won't turn on. Well, that's because you ripped the plug out of the back of the computer. What do you expect? It doesn't work without electricity. Let me fix that for you.
I love being the one to call system support at work now, because I'll tell them, here's the problem. I've done this, and to fix it. Here's the IP address. And the guy always goes from, how can I help you, to, oh, I can fix this.
Hello.
Oh.
Good morning. Just jazz hands.
You're wasting my time.
Person.
Thank you.
This is a welcome change.
And that's about it. I mean, my proof of concept worked. So all I need to do is when I upgrade my computer, I'm going to use this computer as a streaming server.
Nice.
So pretty much what we're doing right now with Restream.
Yeah.
But in-house, and I have more control over the actual server.
Nice. I am good.
Do I get to pick who goes next now?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Jared.
Me?
What?
Well, I rented and watched that Fantastic Beasts and Where They Are and How to Find Them There.
And how to potty your beasts and how to cook them, I guess. I don't know.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. They're in a suitcase. We found them there in a suitcase.
I thought it was Cluedo style. It was Colonel Mustard in the library.
So the question is, how many times did you have to look away from Eddie Redmayne's gigantic Adam's apple without being hypnotized? Whatever he
He's
said.
wearing a bow tie most of the movie, so you don't really see it. So at least I didn't notice it. But no, like I'm a Harry Potter dork. Like I friggin' love Harry Potter. I've read all the books twice, listened to the books on tape twice. I've watched the movies over and over again. So I was excited.
Only twice?
Only twice. I know. I had kids and things slowed down on that front. So,
Aw.
but I've got the fancy illustrated editions to read to them when they're old enough.
Aw.
which those things are amazing, by the way. Anyway, so I'm very familiar with the Harry Potter universe. I was looking forward to something new, a new story in the Harry Potter universe, and there was lots of it that I really liked. Like, we got competent wizards doing cool wizard things because they're grown-ups. They're not learning how to use magic. They already know how.
And then there's Johnny Depp.
Do their thing.
And then
Man,
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp. Like the whole villain and the villain plot, like it just.
It was a bit depressing.
That about sums it up, I guess. Just like a big dad joke. Like it was good and it was enjoyable and I had a good time, but in the end I felt a little underwhelmed by it all. But like Newt Scamander, he's a pretty good character, and Eddie Redmayne did his thing. And Scamander? Scarmander?
Isn't that a Pokemon?
Scar Charmander?
Scar Charmander.
Scar.
He had a whole suitcase full of Pokemon, man.
If we had
Cool.
Scamander, I was going to make a Brian joke.
Yeah, dude. Charmander is my youngest's favorite Pokemon. She dresses up for Halloween. She got a little Charmander costume that she still wears to this day. It's basically just a dress with a tail.
Oh, man.
Adorable.
And we've all been distracted by something adorable. I don't know what I was talking about.
That is the internet in a nutshell.
So it had some good characters. I enjoyed the universe, and then and getting to see a different part of it. But ultimately, it wasn't quite as magical as the other Harry Potter stuff for me. But I want to see what happens next. I know there's like a whole friggin' another 5-movie franchise that they've got planned out. So
I don't know about that part.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Give me more of the Harry Potter stuff. Just give it to me. I'll eat it.
Just need your fix. Y'all got any more of them Harry Potter movies?
No more Harry Potter.
It was just mostly the secondary good guy characters were way more interesting than anything else going on in the movie. Like the random Muggle guy, or No-Maj is what they call him in America. Jacob.
Jacob was fantastic.
He was awesome, and the sisters were cool. It just Newt,
especially
and
Queenie.
the bad guy.
Jacob and Queenie.
Yes. Alison Sudol can do anything, and I'll watch it. So yeah, it was good. I watched it, and then tonight we watched Secret Life of Pets on Netflix, and that was fine. My kids sat down and watched the whole
Actually, that
thing,
was pretty cute.
I had some good chuckles in there. It didn't blow my mind or anything, but it was a fine time. And my kids actually watched the whole thing without getting up and walking around and being distracted. So
I kind of heard that a certain Brushwood didn't enjoy it.
This is which one?
Secret Life of Pets.
I didn't hate it.
No, it's garbage. Garbage. Everything from that studio is garbage. Don't get me started.
Sounds like we are going to get you started.
Bro.
You guys smell
Suck
that?
it, Illuminate.
Smells like a rant.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I've run out of steam on taking dumps on it. I've run out of poop. It's just, you can tell it's just a string of 12-second vignettes that are meant to play to an international audience. So they're all overly physical, and there's no development of character or any story that makes sense. I've seen Three Stooges episodes that had more plot development, and yeah, not a fan.
Okay, your girls are how old now?
4, 9, and 13.
Okay, so
wow.
I'm sure that the 4-year-old, because let's face it, my 5 and 6 and 7-year-old have like goldfish brains. 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
7 seconds is the maximum length of time I can get them to sit down for most things.
Yeah, but we're talking about a movie.
How many seconds every 15 frames of that movie is?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. It was the 4-year-old who got up and started running around and dancing with her blinking shoes in the middle of the theater halfway through. She was bored, so that may have affected everything too. But look, I'm
She's
sure
got more than goldfish mentality. So look at the bright side.
she's just advanced. That's right. She goes, Dad,
She's feeling it.
Act 1 had some promise, but Act 2 really could use a punch-up. Jesus.
The editing and sound direction on this, Dad, is just abysmal. I've seen better out of high school dramas.
She's like, look, I understand they're going for a Campbellian arc, but I mean, they just meandered and went off the rails.
Now can we go see a real movie, Dad, please?
Yeah, I hear La La Land's down the street. Come on.
I bet she'd dig that one, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see.
So I'm not really into musicals. Would I enjoy La La Land?
Yes, pretty much.
La La Land.
Unless you actively hate musicals, you'll like La La Land.
It's sweet. I liked it.
La la la
Except
la.
for the ending.
Let's not go there.
They all die?
They all-
Turns out they're on the Death Star and some religious zealots.
La La Land, colon, Rogue One, and colon, a La La Land story.
La La Land story.
The musical finale falls apart because of a piano closet.
Yes! That is a strange reference.
Freaking piano closet. Always the piano closet.
Yeah, closets. Gotta lock them away.
Why can the freaking piano closet never be working? Just once the piano closet.
That's a
Not be
we
broken.
were on the air joke for those who are wondering what the hell we're talking about. Like,
No, but I'm gonna get excited because Jazz nearly swore over a piano closet. This is exciting.
That joke show. What is a piano
It could
closet?
have
I have
been-
no idea.
It could have been the musical episode, but the piano closet's broken, so we can't do that.
I assume it's a closet where you put pianos. My best guess. I don't know how you fit pianos in a closet because they're pretty big.
It's a really
Anyway.
big closet.
Seems like you'd have to put a room, some kind of storage shed for the piano. Because it's pianos plural.
something,
I think we're
warehouse.
I
Something.
think we're looking into this way too much. I'm just saying.
Anyway, what's Carrie been doing this week?
I finished my first semester of opticianry school, which is awesome. I had my finals this week, so I can now play video games guilt-free for a whole 2 weeks.
Hey!
Yeah, but then that makes me realize that in under 2 weeks I won't be able to play video games guilt-free. Shit.
So you say guilt free, and then the game that you label right next to it, like the game makes
You can finish it. You can finish it in 2 weeks.
Oh, me and
I
Rachel.
game slow. I'm probably not going to finish it before school starts back up, so it's probably going to be a long haul for me, but that's okay because it's an awesome game.
What game is it? We haven't talked about it yet.
Persona 5. I'm
There we
still
go.
slogging through Persona 5. I've almost beaten the second palace now. I'm about to go into the boss probably the next time I play. And
It's real frustrating that all my friends are really slow players, and I have to talk to pseudo celebrities on the internet about how good Persona 5 is.
Yeah, because you can't talk to your wife about it.
Because you're sitting with me, it doesn't count.
Get in trouble with the wife.
She doesn't count.
Round
So Brian, as a modern rogue, how would you disarm this trap?
Walk away slowly. Yeah, here's a trick I like. Oh man, I've got to go to the bathroom, and then just out you go.
Yes, but see, the problem with that is
Did
I
he-
don't know if
did-
Bonnie will do this, but I'll follow him and keep talking.
The other issue is I don't have a warehouse to run off to for several hours after that.
the last thing we see is Rachel looming over CJ's shoulder, and then the webcam goes black.
Tap, tap, tap.
It's happened before.
It's a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of bit. Just like nothing, and then she's there, and then everything goes black.
And that was the end of the Geek IO podcast.
Kind of like the night that you said my name 3 times and I magically appeared on the show that you were recording, and you're like, oh shit, oh shit.
That's right. That's right.
It's like Beetlejuice, only live.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Anyway,
No. Candyman. Wait, what? No.
Oh, come on. You'd love him showing up. He's
So
fun.
of all of the 4 people that you have in your group, no, 3 people you have in your group so far, Carrie, who's your favorite? And don't say the protagonist, because that's cheating.
Honestly, I'm a fan of Ryuji. I think he's adorable, and I'm enjoying watching his story play out.
All right, you're fired. Moving on.
The answer was none of the above because the protag is the hottest.
Yeah, you should have said, screw you, CJ, the protag is the best. Because you don't have any of the good people on your team yet.
We will teach you.
Yeah, CJ.
I'm not saying anything. Though you're
CJ.
in the second one. So have you unlocked Fox yet? I'm not going to say who it is, but have you unlocked Fox yet?
Yes, I am really enjoying Fox.
Right, yeah,
I just
I
haven't
like
had
Fox.
as much. Yeah, I haven't had as much time with him as I have with Ryuji, so I'm kind of partial to him still at the moment. But Fox is cool. I freaking love Goemon. That design is amazing.
So you kind of have first boy syndrome, kind of like how the horny teenagers of the internet have first girl syndrome and like on better than the real good girls.
I mean,
So
sort
how
of,
many
but I
thoughts do
also
they get?
I attach to characters as they get development, and because I've had more time to see his cutscenes and develop his social link, I'm more attached to him.
And that is
I see the others develop.
See, the thing is with in Persona 5, like especially the characters that you get in your party, like each of them as you get their as you talk to them outside of just killing things, each of them is really really good with the exception of a couple characters. But like each of your party members is actually really interesting to learn about.
Shut up, Prompto.
Yeah, except for fucking Prompto. Shut up, Prompto.
Final Fantasy 15, right?
Yeah, but the voice actor who plays Prompto
Voice
plays
actor.
somebody else I'm not allowed to talk about.
Man, I have a new detest for Prompto.
For the people who are listening to this that actually played the game, Crow.
Yes.
Are you talking
Oh,
English
Prompto.
voice actors or Japanese voice actors?
English.
The voice actor.
Yeah, my friends who are playing it, they said that like they don't let Pronto take care of the chocobos.
No, never let Prompto
Prompto's
take
a jackass.
He's like, there's no wrong way to love a chocobo.
And that's when you see Prompto behind the chocobo.
Oh my.
Whoa, hey now.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm. What?
Hey, do you do RPGs at all, Brian? I know it's hard since you have little to no time, but if you had time, do you do RPGs?
I mean, certainly I've dived deep in a number of different RPGs. I guess the last one was Fallout 4. Although before that, Fallout 4 I played twice. Once I made my classic mistake of taking on too many side quests, so I never quite finished it. And then I went back and did it again. This time doing a One Punch Man build where you just put everything into your punch. And all you do is just run up and punch things and they explode. And it's hilarious because there are perks that will actually if you're within range, you'll teleport right up to them and punch. And the farther away you are, the harder you punch. And then if you know where to find it, you can get the power fist to punch things. And next thing you know, you're punching a death claw to death. It's pretty great.
That is
I love
really One punch.
That and drugs. I took all the drugs.
Hi.
All right.
All right.
That's the blue one.
Alright.
The blue one's nasty.
Yeah, so Bryce and I have actually been talking a bit about Persona 5 because he's kind of in the same situation where what little time he's get to play, nobody else, he's not really able to talk to anybody about it. So like he and I have been talking a bit about Persona 5 and it is just a brilliant, brilliant game. Unfortunately, it is a game that requires time. Like you don't really have the opportunity to easily sit down and not, you sit down and like, all right, I'm gonna fire up Persona 5. I'm only gonna do this dungeon. That dungeon is 3 hours long.
And then you have cutscene after cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, which are awesome, except when you really have to go eat.
Yes.
Pee. Because let's face it, flu season and Mementos, just saying, 2 hours, gotta pee, I've gotta pee. Nope. Damn it, despair. Oh, look, up, let's go for another one. Nope, still doing so. My children called me nuts.
I'm excited to hear Josh talk about the game that he's has up in here that nobody else has talked about.
Yeah, actually, I've really been enjoying this one, even though it's not my usual cup of tea genre-wise. But I've been playing this game that's in early access on Steam right now called 20XX.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
just-
a roguelike that is done in the style of a Mega Man X game. And so you have the option. You have the option of playing as Nina, who is the female, not Mega Man X, has the traditional charge buster shot option. So you can play as Ace, who is of course, the complementary not Zero, who fights with a laser sword. Not really too much of a difference in their two characters from the get-go. Obviously, one's long range, one's short range, but they, at least from what I've seen, appear to have the same base speed, jumping ability, so on and so forth. And then you just get the option to start going through procedurally generated, or not procedurally, but randomly generated levels with randomly generated boss battles. You can find different power-ups along the way, and it's really just an entertaining, take on a Mega Man game, unlike certain other things that have come out in recent memory that we won't mention. It's better than
Yes.
Not as bad as people believe they are.
It is hot garbage, and you know it is.
Because your POS computer can't handle it.
Wow. It's savage.
We opened a
We're
can
talking
of worms.
about Mighty Number 9.
I get locked into 30 frames per second. It never drops. I love it. Fantastic.
Play it for longer than 20 minutes.
To be fair, Mighty Number 9 I didn't feel like was a super shit trash bomb, but it was one of those things where it came so very close to being exactly what I wanted it to be and falling just short. Like, the dash mechanic is cool, but it's missing the other Dash X style staples of being able to wall jump, being able to drag down a wall to slow your fall, double jump, things like that, where it really would have helped the feel of the game to have those things, alongside the dash mechanic. And that's something that 20XX gets right. You can dash jump, you can get a power boot upgrade that gives you the double jump capability, really opens up your exploration options for the level, and it makes it really enjoyable, even for a roguelike where if you die, hey, your run is over.
Yeah. I haven't played 20XX in a bit, but last time I played it, the maps still look a little bit like pieced together. Like, it hasn't been. They haven't.
They definitely haven't developed them. Yeah, they definitely haven't put full polish on them yet. They're very much, especially if you're playing the multiplayer mode, where the map starts panning back the further the two characters get from each other. Which, by the way, it does have online and couch co-op. Basically, you can have two controllers plug in and one player, each. Well, you actually can have two Ninas or two Aces, or an Ace and a Nina, whatever you prefer. But the further the two characters get from each other, the more the screen pans out, and you can see that the levels are very much, pieced together because they're generated. So it does need a little polish in that regard, but
because I did notice where it's like, okay, I've seen this unit before already, or this module.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so if you play it enough, you start seeing, like, you probably won't see them in the same combination, but you just know that's like,
I've seen this patch of tiles before.
Yes.
I say it when I home renovate. I've seen this patch of tiles before. I don't need to see it again.
Weren't these in the bathroom last time?
Weren't these in the bathroom? I swear we had these in the bathroom.
Quick, check the black light.
So, really quick, I just wanted to, now that now we've got through the talking about ourselves bit, and we've kind of, this is a much different show than what we normally do.
We're missing one person. Dale.
Looking over. He said he didn't do it.
I've already said I did nothing.
Okay. Wow, you said that.
I thought he was talking about Rachel.
He was passing the baton to you when he said it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you started talking when Dale's like, I didn't do anything, Raul, talk.
No, I thought he was just letting me talk.
God, how much have you had to drink? Jesus.
So,
Just one root beer.
Brian, what other like public appearance plans do you have for coming up in the near future that people can see you at?
Oh, geez. You know what? There's gonna be a that 24-hour live stream thingy that I was talking about that Greg Grunberg is doing on Saturday. I'm gonna pop in on that. And then outside of that, man, it's a little bit. One could say, if I was positively framing it, it's delightful that there are so many projects I have to work on. Another way to put it is that I am trapped in a hamster wheel of podcasts that I do constantly. So there's no shortage of places to find me, whether it's Cord Killers, Spoiler in Time, Weird Things After Things, Night Attack, The Modern Rogue, Scam School, or any public appearances. Those come and go.
Are you doing Nerdtacular this year, Brian?
Yes, definitely heading out to Nerdtacular. When is it again? Let me double check my calendar.
I'm not able to get out there. Are you doing DragonCon too, by chance?
Yes, that's on the calendar as well.
Because
I'm also doing CVX live in Salt Lake City, and got live shows at Embry-Riddle University coming up. Oh, and we're gonna do Scoop Fest in Las Vegas coming up as well. So lots of stuff.
Wow, busy.
My favorite, well, really my first full like seeing you in person thing was at DragonCon several years back. My kids were super young. We brought them because they're super young. This is when you guys were still doing NSFW, and
put it this way: your 4-year-old was not here yet.
Not existing. Yeah.
No, she was existing. Bonnie was like right around the corner from giving birth.
Oh, wow.
And because you were in full dad mode, this is the best thing of it. And this is how I've put it to people is I've seen you go from Schwood, Mr. I was there as Guile, like with your big ass spiky hair, like doing your whole like Schwood thing, and then go from that to Brian. And,
yeah, because you dropped down in front of the double stroller and we're like, oh, hi, princess. And I was like, aww.
Well, it's because they were trying to usher us out of the room before the NSFW show, and it was another show before that one. Might have been Sword and Laser or something like that. But the DragonCon people were trying to get us out of there, and we were there with the stroller. Like one of our kids, our son was napping, and my daughter's like getting fussy. And then you come in, and you're like, "No, they are not leaving. They can stay right here."
Well, I'm glad. You know, I always get nervous when people say, "I remember when I saw you at blank," and I'm just like, "Oh, I hope I was a good boy."
What did I do? Oh gosh.
Yeah, Professor Guy Ali Spagnola hidden party after a few years ago, and you signed my wife's crotch hammer.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
So yeah,
I know the hammer didn't last, but the top half of it still exists somehow.
And by the way, and I know you get dozens of people. I'm the one who jury at this point is every time I do a public appearance, I have to do Don't Get Brodied, and he's the one who makes fun of me that I've now gone and done 10 of them and never won once.
Again, man, it's not about holding on 8 seconds. It's about getting on the bowl to begin with, and that's the hard part. So congratulations.
Oh, yeah, and we were at CreateCon last year, and I forgot my children were in the audience, and I told a story about how I walked in and my girlfriend was having sex with a science teacher, and I walk up there, I'm like, oh no, my children are the audience.
No,
I totally heard that. I forgot my children.
And his daughter turns around and goes, Daddy, does mommy know about this?
That's amazing.
Yay!
Oh my God! So thank you so much for coming on with us, Brian. I really, really, really appreciate it.
Oh, dude, thank you guys so much for having me on, and I'm just so thankful that the schedule. You know, anytime that a schedule, a momentary calm, anytime the winds of insanity podcasting have been calmed, is an awesome time to jump in and do something like this.
Absolutely. All right. So. Pressure time. Name the one place that people can find you at online without going to 17 different places.
You know what? Ignore everything I do. It's all garbage except for the Modern Rogue. YouTube.com/Modern Rogue. That's the only thing you need to know.
It is
Which
really
is the highlight of my Friday.
It really is. I freaking love when I see a new Modern Rogue pop up, and I'm not just saying
I'm
that.
so glad to hear that, man. Yeah, you know, it's like there you can kind of tell there's something magical happening between you know, obviously Jason Murphy and I, after 17 years of being friends, you know, there's kind of an easy rapport. But I'll tell you what, the character of the show, by the way, as soon as people watching live want to, as soon as we get off this, you guys can jump over to twitch.tv/Gatawag and you can watch Brant actually edit the episode live. I can only handle it in pieces because he starts making jokes, snarkily replaying me being dumb, and I'm like, this is too painful. So then you guys will probably like it.
So wait, is that why CJ doesn't let me edit any of the shows?
Exactly.
Damn it.
Coming soon, Dale's commentary of editing the shows. That's happening.
You kind of look like you were having a blast with the Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes.
Yeah, that guy, a lot of that is Mikhail is so funny, man. And it's like, you could tell that some of the more physical stuff is a little outside of my natural comfort zone. And when I get nervous, I get real chatty. And that's definitely, you'll see me get real chatty during that. And you'll see me get chatty when we start shooting guns in an upcoming episode.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, so we're gonna really quick wrap up here. So yeah, you can listen to us live Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Friday at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time over at geek-io.net/live and diamondclub.tv. You can get a hold of us via email, geekioshow, gmail.com, twitter.com, facebook.com/geekioshow. You can even give us a call on our fancy pants voicemail, 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. You could support this show and everything else that we do over at patreon.com/geekio. All right, what are we doing next week?
Well, next week we're doing a rant review. We haven't done one of those in a few weeks, and there's some movie, the Guardians of the what now?
Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We're gonna rant and review that.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right, and my favorite part to do whenever I get Brian or whenever I get Justin on here, the awkward moment where I have to transition into us ripping off their bit, and it's time for the Summer Movie Smackdown.
Ding, ding, ding,
It's not a
ding.
ripoff. We do the math totally different, completely
Yeah, absolutely.
different.
Exactly.
And I still don't have any of my bumpers, so I have no way of playing anything. The app will not open up.
Now it's time for the.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah.
Summer Movie Smackdown. You're right.
So
All
in
right,
first,
Dale's doing it for us live. That's fine.
there we go. In first place is still Rachel's second week in week one, but still hasn't broken $1 million yet. $795,000. Raul's in second place with $762,000. Dale's in third place with $193,000, and myself and Charles McFall are still waiting for our first movies.
But to be fair, I do have one really crappy ass movie as my first movie. It's just
How
All
we do
three
the
of you
reason
have one crappy ass movie.
the reason why you're seeing such small numbers is we actually do the U.S. domestic gross divided up by how much we've spent on it. So yeah, really shitty movies have been coming out the last couple of weeks.
For the first 2
That
weeks.
circle thing. That circle thing. Whew. Whew.
Oh man.
Hermione. Not even Tom Hanks.
Hermione and Tom Hanks. You would think, right?
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks has been thinking movies lately. I don't understand where he has went.
It seems to alternate. Like he does a crappy one and then he does like an Oscar nominated one. Just how he rolls.
Yeah.
It's not like he needs the money or anything.
Right.
He doesn't need the
Sure, I'll
money
do
or the
this.
credibility or the fame or why is he even still doing movies?
I
Yeah,
don't
like,
know. He's
it's
got
not like he has any dignity left. Like, so what's.
just go home and snuggle his Oscars and
I mean,
sleep
he
easy.
won. He won at life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already won. What does he need to do
Won
this
it
for?
live.
I mean,
Why
he
does he
pretty
need to
much
make
won
crappy
after
movies?
Forrest Gump, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mm.
That was before then, actually, but
oh yeah.
neither
Got a
here.
box of chocolates for that. So anyway, moving on.
Okay. This week on the Geek.io website, we have a guy walks with a Nintendo Switch. A guy
Guy
with a
with
Nintendo
a
Switch.
walks into a bar and generic live show tells you what happens next.
Small screen
And-
spoiler show talks Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and CJ successfully trolls Daryl with Better Call Saul, and the mana pool is back to its normal game.
Oh.
Sal?
It's already up
The
on
medical
the
player is celebrating in the background there.
Well, I mean, I get to do something other than pick locks.
and completely disintegrate from a death bolt.
Well, let's be fair. If the death bolt didn't kill me, the cat was going to.
No, right.
Oh,
Yeah. By the way, Raul, I totally heard that as Death Boat.
Oh, is that not what he said?
No correct.
Death
That's
boat.
Rachel's wrestling name.
I thought
No.
that was a reference
Term death row.
I
That's
thought that was a
right.
reference to the Pit Star again.
Yeah, well, that's what it's going to be called in the new Star Wars movie. It's called
Yeah,
Death Boat.
episode 8, it's the Death Boat.
Yeah, you're like, guys, it wasn't the star part that was the problem with the branding.
I can't argue this.
All right. So we have some show titles.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm not reading them because I've got something after the show titles. Remember, someone else.
I'll
Yes.
read them.
Right.
Starting with God, CJ, you're bad at this.
I know, right?
not the
Show
first time he's
shenanigans.
probably heard that.
Nope, not at all.
Especially not come from her.
No. Oh.
Actual black gelatinous pudding. All the anger and none of the attractiveness or self-adjustment. Secret weapon is Peter. I play Flupnar. Get off the box. Take your fungus meds. All he had was rump. Fungus rump. Screaming violently at boobs. You don't poop them. They poop you. 1776 will digitize again. That's a thing in porn. And then there's Johnny Depp. Rogue One, a La La Land story. The piano closet. There's no wrong way to love a chocobo. All my other crap is shit. And Death Boat.
Death Boat.
Death boat.
This week.
That's a great list.
That's a good stuff.
You really say all those things?
Yeah, we really said all of those things.
That's the title. We really said all of those things.
I said at some point.
Oh man.
All right, guys. So I don't have the lullaby to play. So thank you guys for joining us.
We have a
Before
special
we get out of
announcement.
here.
Oh,
Before
yeah,
we
we
get
have-
out of here.
Yes!
I had something to announce. So, over the last couple of weeks, you may or may not have been noticing that I've been tugging a few boats around the place.
Were they death
Were they
boats?
death boats?
Just a few.
Yes, they were death boats. And there are wheels now. I can announce this because it all has been confirmed. I know part of it has been confirmed. We need to talk logistics off air about other things. But I am confirmed. I'm coming back to the US. I'm coming back to America. That is,
He's gonna be brave!
I'm going to be brave. Hence the customs reference
But you
earlier.
look like Eddie Murphy.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Why not? So I will be ponding on the land of Americas from the 29th of August till the 12th of September.
Which strangely enough puts him right in the middle of a certain convention that hails giant lizards that we have a live show at.
Exactly.
Which means he has to brave a car ride with me again. Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
I get to be in the car with Rachel again. So yes, Dragon Con is
And
looking.
it's a bigger car.
Yes, it's a bigger car. So Dragon Con is looking.
Oh, so Seiji doesn't get to ride in the back?
Oh, he does.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I thought they were going to strap him to the hood. So
Dale,
Well, I
Dragon
thought-
Con is going to be an experience for you.
So it's looking looking like a possibility. Whether like how I'll be attending DragonCon is a different story. I don't know how that logistics works. That's something I need to see. But I will be at DragonCon this
Buy
year.
ticket, you give them money, and then you go to DragonCon.
Yes, that's how that works. Money is exchanged, so it'll be awesome to be there.
This is America. We have capitalism here.
Yeah, right. I'm not used to
That's
this
about all we've got.
things, so it'll be very exciting to
Yeah.
finally meet the rest of the crew and of course Brian. So can't go.
Yeah, dude. Congrats.
Thank you. Lots of money and lots of organization. But we'll make
What would it take for us to keep Dell in the U.S.?
I've
Ask
tried.
Australia nicely. They probably don't want him back.
Well,
I think there's an episode of the Modern Rogue that will help us with that.
that was, I think I was hacking.
There may or may not be plans with a closet that has a lot of room in it.
Dale staying in the piano closet.
I'm staying in the piano closet.
This is your home now.
No box of Cheetos or can get me out of the piano closet. All right. And that's the exciting announcement. So
I found a way to play my lullaby. So good night, everybody. We will see you right back here next week.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
do.
This has been a Geek.io Media Network production. Copyright 2017.